All right, so yesterday we talked about equivalent name boxes, okay? Name collection boxes. And you did a wonderful job thinking about some different equivalent names for the numbers that we have. Your markers should be closed. You can refer to our anchor chart of equivalent names and think in your head. You can look at the anchor chart if you want. Think in your head, what are some ways to show equivalent names in our name collection boxes? Ready? Pair share.
175. Ice cream.
Five, four, three, two, 1, 0. Raise your hand if you can tell me one thing that you could show. Chance. Could you use a 10 frame? Yes. You might need more than one 10 frame depending on the number, right, Serenity?
You can use a big chart.
A big chart, yes. Ava?
You can use
Paper clip. Okay, so you could show, you can use tally marks, you can use Roman numerals. Chance, my turn right now. You could also use facts or equations, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today, okay? So, right now, get your markers ready. I want you to produce at least 5 different equivalent names for the number 45. So up in your box, you'll have the number 45. Give me at least 5. Now, of those 5, 3 of them need to be equations, okay? So you have to have at least 3 facts. You, in your math journals, in that first yellow pocket, you should have a 300s chart. You go ahead and you pull that resource out if you feel like that will help you come up with equations. Nope, the 300s chart. Alexis, you may share with Ava. If you don't have one, find a partner to share with. But you go ahead and the way that you can do this, I'm gonna find number 45, and I can think of, eyes on me really quick. I can think of different ways if I find the number 45. When you're moving up and down your hundreds chart, what are you adding and subtracting by? 10. So there's an equation for you. When you're moving left to right, you are adding and subtracting by 1. So count back and you have your equation. You're writing it down. You're producing at least 5, but 3 of them have to be equations. Okay? We can't use dominoes because there's no domino that has 45 dots on one side, okay, Andrew? Okay, so show me at least 3 facts now. At least 3 equations. So for example, here, can I see your hundreds chart? Okay, eyes on me, everybody. Eyes on me. Ezekiel. If I find 45, okay, I could look and I could see 55 is one below. So I could do 55 minus 10 because here's 55 and I go up 1 on my hundreds chart. So I'm subtracting 10 and so that's how I got 55 minus 10. So I need to see at least 3. I need need facts, Alexis. I need equations. Look at the hundreds chart. It will help you. It's a wonderful resource. Yes, Ava? Nope. Right now I want you to focus on your facts. Okay, and then really quickly I want you to turn to a shoulder partner, the one that you shared with earlier, and I would like you to select the one fact that you are most proud of on your board. Share it with your shoulder partner. Go ahead and pair share. Select the equivalent name that you are the most proud of. Try and make it one of your equations. Select the one that you are most proud of to tell Alexis about. Is 10 plus 30 equal 45? It equals 40. So you could do 30 plus 10 plus, how many more would you need? Oh, there you go. 35 plus 10, that works. Okay. Did everyone get a chance to pair share?
No, I didn't.
Oh, but I saw you sharing with Serenity and Landon. Good job. All right, so yesterday we talked about name collection boxes. Okay, the answers that we put into our name collection boxes, does anybody remember what those are called? Jayton?
Equivalent names.
Equivalent names. We have an anchor chart over there of different equivalent names. So right now I want you to think in your head. Think about what are some different types of answers that you can put for your equivalent names. Your markers should be down and closed. Okay. Brady, you and Trenton will share. The three of you will share. You two and you two. So think, what are some different ways you could show equivalent names in a name collection box? Think and discuss with your partner.
For 25. Okay, so you could do like 1,000. You can do like quarters. So like for 100 quarters. So you can do quarters. You can do a full
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yours should be back to me. Who can raise their hand and tell me one idea that you could use, Gentry?
Quarters.
Quarters. You could use coins to represent the value. Dominic? A 10 frame. Well, you might need more than one too, huh? Because we might have big numbers. Yeah. Emery? You could do doubles. Ooh, okay. So that's what I want to talk to you about. We can use 10 frame, we can use tally marks, we can use all these different ways. We can draw pictures. But today, we are focusing on facts. Now, I want everybody on the inside cover of your interactive journal, you should have a 300s chart. So go ahead and pull that out. Can I see yours, Beth? Okay. You have your 300s chart. Oh, yes. So, I'm going to give you a number, and I want you to come up with some equations, okay? You're going, when I give you this number, you're going to produce at least 7. I know you guys can do this. Produce at least 7 different equivalent names, but at least 5 of them need to be fact. So do your fact and equations first. Your number is 215. Now, you can find 215 on your resource, and you can think of some equations that way. When we are going up and down on our hundreds chart, we are adding and subtracting by 10. When you're going across, you're adding and subtracting by 1. So think of that for your different equations. Okay, I want at least 5 equations. Then you could do a couple pictures, but you have to do your equations first. That hundreds chart is a really good resource for you. Yes, Gentry?
On this one, for 100, do we have to put a line by the one?
What do you mean?
Like put a line?
No.
Okay.
Get going. Remember, you don't need to put equals 215 because our equivalent in a name collection box, we know that all of those are going to equal 215.
Is 115 plus 115 215?
Look on your hundreds chart.
How do we count by hundreds and hundreds and 600?
You count by tens, so you would go down 10. You would go down 10 times. Does that make sense? And that would give you 100. Okay, but now show me your addition and subtraction problems. I want those first.
Wait, so it's 115 plus 15?
If you're starting with 115, let me show you in here. If you're starting with 115, how many do you need to add in the ones place to get 5? None, right? Because you already have it. How many do you need to add here?
0.
None. And how many do you need to add here? 1. Okay, so it would be 115 plus 100. The only thing that changed was your hundreds place. That's our place value.
I know.
Okay, so right now, I want you to think about the fact that you have down that you are the most proud of, okay? Which one are you most proud of yourself for doing? And turn to your shoulder partner and you share with them. Share with the one that you are the most proud of. Jayton, remember you're with Gentry and Aiden.
Okay. I'm most proud of 203 plus 11. I'm proud of 100.
I'm very, very proud of you for doing that. I think that's wonderful. I love the way that you're using place value. Beth went into the thousands place value for hers. She had a very good subtraction fact. Good job, friends. Okay, so I did a lesson today on number collection boxes and or name collection boxes, I'm sorry, and it was our second day on the lesson. We had started it yesterday, and I do power of 2 with a paraeducator. So I am able to have my lower achieving students in math in the first group
and my higher achieving students in the second group. It makes differentiation in math wonderful. It's such a wonderful resource. My cooperating teacher, it has class within a class. That's what makes this so easy and available to us. And so I just wanted to show you some of the ways that I differentiate with the students. Some lessons are easier to have specific differentiations. In this one, with my lower achieving group, I use smaller numbers. I usually only work on 1 and 2 place values, so just 1s and 10s. I usually don't go up to the hundreds. It's just, I think maybe a couple of my students in that group could handle it, but a lot of them, you know, they're building up there. And with my higher group, I like to use 2, 3, and sometimes we even go into 4 place values. We go into those 1,000 numbers. I have one girl that really likes to bump up her rigor, and she did that today in the lesson. Some of the equivalent names that she gave me were dealing with the thousands place, and so that always makes me happy to see. Both of my groups were able to use their 300s chart resources that they have in their interactive notebooks. I feel like when we've worked with equivalent names, we did a lot of, you know, tens frames and making, like, you know, 2 dimes and a nickel for 25. But I feel like for them, you know, since the focus today was really on the facts, that having that resource would help them the most, because they know how to work on a hundreds chart, to, you know, the adding and subtracting 10 and the, you know, counting back from ones, and so I think that was a good resource for my whole class. The thing about it that makes me, I do wish that I had my high group first sometimes, because I feel like I'm able to fix some things with them that I wasn't able to with my first lower group. And that would be like today, I should have told my first group the same that I told my second group about, you know, you need to at least give me this many facts, but I need you to do those first, so that we had time to pair share. I could only show you my essential questions during my lesson, because I was doing 7 minutes from one group and 7 minutes from the other, so I didn't get a chance to really show you the other questions, but I thought that it was most important that you see my differentiation during the lesson with both of my groups, so that's why I chose to do that. But I feel like it worked out really well, and I feel so lucky to be able to differentiate in this way. And I honestly, I do feel like the ideas that I've been able to incorporate in here, if I have my own class and I'm not class within a class, and I can't have, you know, power of 2, I still feel like I will be able to do this in a classroom. And obviously I'll have to tweak certain things, but I think this is, you know, setting me up with really good information to know. But as you can see, it's the same lesson over again. It's just a few things are different because they're just at different levels in math, and that's okay. I just constantly tell my students to work on doing their personal best, and that's what we work on every day. We have different goals for ourselves, and I think that they're doing a wonderful job meeting it, and I hope that you think that my differentiation is enough to help them